So inside the watermelon washout, um, what we're doing is we got this book club. We started a book club inside the watermelon washout. And what we doing is we getting together and we all coming together and we're gonna read a book. We're gonna read a book together. Uh and we actually picked the book already. It was real fast. So during the watermelon washout, what I do is I got something called Master Your Mornings. So Master Your Mornings start every day at 6 a.m. Every day at 6 a.m. we get up, or I'm already up. I just come online and I present the motivational videos for Motiversity. And it's like Eric Thomas and your David Goggins, and because I'm a firm believer in getting up every single day and listening to like motivation and high level content. So that helps me out a lot. It helps me out a whole lot. So what happened is we came together as a collective, and we're going to do the hold on, let me turn that down. We did the we coming together. What up, Curtis? What's going on, family? So where am I at? Okay, here I go. What's going on, brother? I got your A game for you. As soon as I get off of here, we sending that to you today. Today is getting sent to you for sure. I'll send it today. So what I'm saying is I wanted to come on here and talk about real quick the think and grow rich in the leadership, the major attributes of the leadership and how I apply them to my life. So as a leader, of myself and as a follower of leaders, I pay a lot of attention to leadership. So when I apply these principles, today I spoke on principle number 2, which is self-control. But today, right now, I want to just go over each one of the 11 leadership attributes, and I want to talk about how I apply them to my life or how I need to apply them to my life. And this is how you level up for real. So the major attributes of leadership, according to Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, y'all know how this go down. One of the most famous books in the world. So unwavering courage. So a major attribute of a leader is unwavering courage, right? So based upon knowledge of self and one's occupation, unwavering courage based upon knowledge of self and one's occupation. No follower wishes to be dominated by a leader who lacks self-confidence and courage. No intelligent follower. Think about that, what he said in here. You can be an intelligent follower long as you are following leaders. No intelligent follower will be dominated by such a leader for a very long time. That's not going to happen. You're not going to follow people who don't have confidence. You're not going to follow people who don't have confidence. Why would you? And that's most of the time you following people who got fake confidence. Fake confidence. You know how I know a lot of times where people lack confidence? You know how I can determine it? Like you would see a person make a great reel. Like they make a great reel on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or something. But you get them on a live video and they choke up the whole time, can't talk, don't know what they saying, don't know. That's a person who lack confidence. And that's a person who can make you think they got confidence by doctoring things up and editing and cutting. So when you see me step on camera, I'm confident in what I'm saying. I mean what I say because I'm talking from experience, which is invaluable. You can learn once you got the experience, then you learn from the others' experiences, and you combine your experiences with their experiences and their knowledge. So that's how I apply every one of these principles to my life. We already spoke about self-control, and self-control is number 2 principle. People who cannot control themselves can never control others. Think about that. How can you control anybody? Anybody if you can't control yourself? How can you control anything if you can't control yourself? Self-control sets a mighty Self-control sets a mighty example for one's followers, which the more intelligent will emulate. Think about this. If you think about this, self-control sets a mighty example for one's follower. If you can control yourself, control the things you do, control your environment, control what you eat, that's self-control. Control how you treat people, control how you act under pressure, under adversity, under drama, under pressure, under depression, under stress. That's self-control. One thing I do is I don't control things outside of me. I don't try to control other people, places, or things. I try to control my environment. Everything that I produce, which is my children, I control their environment. I don't control them. I literally control what I can control. That's why I have all the control. I don't want more control than I can have. Think about it. You can't control how other people treat people. You can't even control how people treat you. You can only control what you accept. It's literally once you start really breaking things down and figuring out like all the control is right here, you will stop trying to control other people and things, family. Real talk. So I love that principle. I stand by that principle. Self-control is like number one for me. Self-control should be over unwavering courage. I'm not sure that these are in some type of order, but it seems to be a keen sense of justice. Without a sense of fairness and justice, no leader can demand and retain the respect of his or her followers. I'm very fair, family. I'm very fair. I treat everybody with respect. I treat everybody the same. I give everybody opportunity. I bring people along. I collab. Look at the things I do. Look at the challenges I've been in. Shouts out to my brother Casino Crisis. We did the first Fruit Up Till 5 challenge together. Shouts out to Stacy, Rickman, Patrick, and Lachey Taylor. We actually did the all melon washout together. Everybody got paid. Everybody did their thing together. Every group I do, people get paid for it. Carbon-based cell food. We did the fruits and herbs challenge together. No, we did the Fruit Up Till 5 alkaline edition in November. Me and my brother came together, helped the people, gave them some love, and we got paid for it. Then me and Cosmo Sage came together. Then me and Eileen Habib came together. Now me and Kev Ramon together. I collab. I show people love. I show everybody the same fairness and love and dedication and art. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do. So you have to be fair in order to be a leader. You can't pick sides and be unfair just because you feel like it. Definiteness of decision. Definitiveness of decision. People who waver in decisions show that they are not sure of themselves. They cannot lead others successfully. Oh, the third one? My bad, Curtis. I got you. A keen sense of justice. Without a sense of fairness and justice. Without a sense of fairness and justice. No leader can command and retain the respect of his or her followers. If you're not fair, nobody's going to follow you. You got to play fair, family. You got to play fair. You got to give everybody the same opportunity. When I open up a group for people to join me, I give everybody the same offer. I give everybody the same service. I give everybody the same experience. Indeed, people come to me and I respect their decision. I respect what they say. I'm fair to everybody. And then if you say, hey, I'm going on my own, I want to do this. Me and Curtis, thank you, Curtis, for being on here too. Me and Curtis seen my fairness at work. We've had a situation where I had to be fair to Curtis and Curtis was fair to me. We listened to each other. We heard each other out. He said, hey, I'm coming to you as a man. This is how I feel. And I said, hey, I respect how you feel. This is what it is. And that's fair. We heard each other out. We made a decision. And now we here still together, working on our craft, working on ourselves, working on becoming better men. That's fair. That sounds fair to me. I've handled disputes fairly. And I'm not perfect, but I always be fair. Always. That's one of the major attributes of leadership. So people who waver in decisions show that they are not sure of themselves. So if you can't make a quick decision, you can't make a decision, you can't make a timely decision, that means you unsure. You are very unsure. You need to start making decisions because you know what you want to do. People who always going back and forth and can't make decisions. And think about this. That was one of my downfalls. I'm a Libra. We like that's one of our attributes. We have a hard time making decisions. So that's one of the principles that I really, really work on every single day, getting better with my decision making. And I'm getting better. These are things you have to work on. And you have to be okay with accepting that you need to get better at them. That's why these things exist, so you can get better at them. So let me go. Definitiveness of plans. I know I need to work on this because I do a lot of things off the top of the head. I do a lot of things. Respect, Curtis, definitely. Respect, brother. I do a lot of things off the top of the dome. Like when I'm live, I throw things out to the group. Hey, let's do this. Let's do that. So I know I need to go back, revisit those things, and make sure those things can grow, get nurtured, and have the right people in place to make sure we can go out and execute those plans. Right? So like today, like we started a book club in the group based off just pure energy of a live show. I said, let's start a book club. Let's do it. So now we got a group, we got a book club, we got the book that we reading, everything's in place. I need to make sure that I follow up with the people who are in charge of that, who I put people in place. I put Ashleah, Completely Cold, and Winnie Kickenborg in charge of that group. So I need to make sure that they execute that plan. That's a definitiveness of my plan. The successful leader must plan the work and work the plan. So we put the work out there. Now we're about to work the plan. A leader who moves by guesswork without practical, definite plans is comparable to a ship without a rudder. Sooner or later, it will land on the rocks. If you don't have a plan, you moving off pure energy, don't really know what's going on, eventually it's going to fail. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to last. 9 times out of 10, somebody going to jump off that boat. Something going to go wrong. So, definitiveness of plans. Be decisive. No, write down your day. Write down your day. Make sure your plan working. Always go back to it. Revise it. Nurture it. Always know what you're going to do. So don't, like, now I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. I got a plan. We can execute it. Number 6, the habit of doing more than paid for. Now, this is one of my best attributes as a leader. The habit of doing more than paid for. And I think everybody who walked with Bobby Smith can attest to this. The habit of doing more than paid for. One of the penalties of leadership, and I don't look at it as a penalty, I look at it as, see, that's where you can differ at. One of the penalties of leadership is the necessity of willingness. How many times do I talk about willingness? Upon the part of the leaders. So, one of the penalties of leadership is the necessity of willingness upon the part of the leader to do more than required of their followers. I got to do more than I ask my followers to do. I got to be willing to do more than they are. I got to be willing to do what they do. I got to be willing to do more than what they do, more than what I ask them to do. Every day when I get up at 6 a.m., start the live show. I get up before that, but I start the live show at 6 a.m. Then I go live at 7. Then people are doing 10-minute phone calls. I'm working behind the scenes talking to people. We're doing Zoom meetings. I'm offering people special groups, Pathway to Empowerment, where we holding Zoom meetings once a week, leveling them, showing people how to do content, love themselves, fall in love with their mindset. You got to put that work in. You can't expect people to work hard if you ain't going to work harder. That's what that tells me. You got to be willing to do more than what you ask your followers to do. And I'm the example of that. A pleasing personality. A pleasing personality. No careless person can become a successful leader. If you don't care about people, you can't become a successful leader. At one point, I told myself I didn't care about people and I wasn't leading them. And I wasn't following leaders either. I was just following myself, which is not a leader. So, no slovenly, careless person can become a successful leader. Leadership calls for respect. Leadership calls for respect. Followers will not respect leaders who do not score highly on all factors of a pleasing personality. When you talk to me, I'm serious, but I'm also pleasing. I'm also going to listen to you. I'm also going to make sure we can get this figured out. We're adults. We have a responsibility to each other. We come together. We collabing. I'm not over you. You're not over me. This is a partnership. But you have to follow leaders, family. It's okay. I love following the leaders. Like they say, remember in school when they told you, follow the leader. Follow the leader. It's okay. Then when you follow the leader, you know how to lead. Sympathy and understanding. Sympathy and understanding. Successful leaders must be in sympathy with their followers. How many times have I told y'all when our group got destructed and destroyed in April by outside forces and inside forces, when that happened, and some of my people lost their way, some of my people lost their joy, some of my people lost their enthusiasm, what I do? Man, get over here, bro. Come back and work, man. I don't want to see you like that. You better than that. I seen men take pride in their work, take pride in what they doing, and I loved it. I saw men leveling up. I saw men taking this lifestyle serious, and I loved it. And I can't let you go out like that. We're not going to let you go out like that. Understanding and sympathy. You call your people back. These my people. These my brothers. I ain't just letting them walk away. We going to level up. We got work to do. We're not letting nothing stop us. That's how I feel all the time. Mastery of detail. Successful leadership calls for mastery of detail of the leader's position. You got to know who your leader is. Your leader got to know who he is. And got to know what he's doing. You got to know what he's doing. Every day, my leaders that I talk to, the people that lead me, help me lead myself. See how that works? It's okay to get leaders to help you lead. Can you go get a follower, somebody who only follow, to help you help you learn how to lead? No, you can't. You can't. You follow leaders, then you become a leader. And everybody who following me will become a leader because I'm following leaders. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Willingness to assume full responsibility. Successful leaders must be willing to assume responsibility for the mistakes and shortcomings of their followers. When you fail or you don't do what you're supposed to do, I feel that. I feel that. As a leader, you want people to win. Like when I'm doing a Zoom meeting and I see somebody leave the Zoom meeting, I go see who left the Zoom meeting and I'll be like, I want to say, why you leave the Zoom meeting? What's going on? You all right? That's how I be feeling. When you can't show up for something, when people don't show up for the live AMs that I do, I be wanting to say, why you ain't showing up? Why not? Like real talk. But sometimes you can't do that. As a leader, all I can do is show up. I show up every day, and now the expectations are for you to show up. If they try to shift this responsibility, they will not remain leaders. If followers make mistakes and become incompetent, it is the leader who has failed. Listen to this. If followers make mistakes and become incompetent, it is the leader who has failed. My success is your success. Your failure is my failure. If you following a leader and you fail, that leader failed you. That's taking full responsibility. If you fail because I failed, I'm a failure. But if I show up every day and I put my all in and you still fail, I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that because I did my best. It's a partnership. Even in leadership, even in leader, follower, leader, it's a partnership. My leaders are my partners. Like I'm not following nobody who I can't depend on, who ain't got my best interests. Why? Who don't care about me? I'm not. Cooperation. Didn't I just say about collaboration, cooperation? This is the last one. Number 11 is cooperation. Successful leaders must understand and apply the principle of cooperative effort and be able to induce followers to do the same. Leadership calls for power and power calls for cooperation. Let me read this again. Successful leaders must understand and apply the principle of cooperative effort and be able to induce followers to do the same. All I do is tell y'all to work together, do this together, vibe together, energize together, and all I do is work with others. I think, you know what? As I close this out, I think I have some pretty good qualities. I think I have some attributes of leadership, family. And I think I can help you understand we're going to break these down. Get inside the watermelon washout. Get inside the watermelon washout. Join, get inside the book club, get inside our book group. And we are really getting into this. We are really getting into this. And we are truly going to think and grow rich together, family. You follow the leaders. In order to become a leader, you have to be a follower. Leaders don't mind being followers. So with that being said, think and grow rich, family. Think and grow rich. Make sure you read every day. Take care of yourself at a high level. Strengthen your mentality every day. Eat fruits. Do your best. Be your best. Love. Treat people right. Control the things you can control. That's all you can do. With that being said, fruit up, family. I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow.